Hey everybody, welcome. How are you? Glad to have you back here with me because we're going to get into it. So Chantal put out another video called What I Ate Today, Be Free Day. And this video isn't so much about the meal because let's face it, nobody cares about what she's eating. Nobody cares. It's not about the food. It's about the fact that during this video, she tells on herself a lot. And we're going to go over everything where she's telling on herself, as well as some really cool stuff that I found on Twitter, stuff about Chantal, and even things not about Chantal. So why don't we just get started there? Let's just really get into it. Let's get into it right away. All right, so we're on Twitter right now. What are we going to start out at? So for those of you that are on Twitter that want to join me on Twitter, it's Wow Girl Sarah. There it is. And let's start out with something non-Chantal related from Massimo. These are ice shards in Turkey. As the frozen lake melts, pieces of ice are pushed together by the water underneath, creating a stunning display of ice shards on the water. Can you imagine going to the beach and seeing something like that? It looks like pieces of glass all through the water. That's just awesome. I mean, I would just stare at that for hours. Okay, back to Chantal. Queen of WTF saying, obviously trolling, but saying that you bribed a doctor is low. It's obviously not true. But in your tiny pea brain should have realized that putting out even just a joke could lead to issues. So this has to do with the last video that Chantal put out, where she claimed that the doctor was bribed with deviled eggs and 30 Kuwaiti dinar. Maybe it's because the doctor gave her a diagnosis that she did not like. Maybe this is her getting back at him. Maybe this is her just making up more lies. But Chantal, whoever that person is, whoever the doctor is, saying publicly that you bribed him could lead to serious problems for his practice, his business, his family, and himself. Why you would decide to come online and say something like that, I don't know. But you're always thinking of yourself. You're not thinking about how your lies affect other people. So she just lies and she doesn't think about how other people might be affected by what she's saying. Okay, this is from Nadia saying, who eats noodles twice in one day? Oh, that's right, Foodie does, but it's totally not a bee moment. So here is a screenshot. This is from the thumbnail. As you can see, this is her meal. So we've got some pasta, carbs, and broccoli. Interesting combination. There's no protein on the plate. It's just broccoli and pasta. And she eats noodles again. So noodles twice. She's carb loading. And she doesn't need to carb load. She's not that active. And if she's claiming that these products from Unicity are making her feel full, why does she need all these carbs? You know, the whole idea is to lose weight and eat less. But one thing I find detestable about Chantal is she has her issue with food and she's not ready to let go of that. She's not ready to let it go and go into the healing process. She's still trying to find a way to include that which she has the most problem with. Oh, I'll take the Metamucil stuff and I'll feel full. But at the same time, I want to have my junk food. That was kind of the same issue she ran into when she did the Ozempic. She didn't like the Ozempic because it made her feel nauseous whenever she tried to eat incorrectly, and she completely abandoned it. But these products, she's still trying to find a way to do the source of her problem at the same time that she's allegedly trying to get healthy. You can't straddle the fence on this, Foodie. Either you're fully committed to being healthy or you're not. You can't do halfway with one and halfway with the other at the same time because it cancels each other out. So yeah, there's a screenshot. Miss, I'm getting healthy queen and these products really work and they're so good for me and I've got so much energy. Well, if you got so much energy, why are you carb loading? You don't need all that. You really, really don't. You know, so Kristen says the fact that Foodie Beauty has labeled this a bee-free day lets me know this is the first day she hasn't had a bee moment since getting this diagnosis. Good telling on yourself, sis. Well, it didn't take that long, did it, for her to have a bee moment? She didn't even make it a week. Already having one. And again, we don't know what she's eating off camera. We see what she eats on camera. Who knows what she's eating off camera? Yeah. So there's that. Katie says, so she said she's been cleaning the fridge, washer, dryer, floors, so it doesn't build up when she needs to leave like I did in Canada. I'm calling it. She's moving to Canada and he's moving out of this apartment when she leaves. We are done at the seaside villa. I agree, because it sounds like the kind of cleaning you do when you move out. Also, one thing I'd like to add. Okay, that's just spam. Sorry, my phone's going off and it's spam. Anyway, what I was saying was, yeah, this sounds like deep cleaning, but something I want to add in here, since I've moved more than a few times. Usually when you clean out the fridge, that's one of the last things you do before you move. You know, you clean out the fridge right when you're ready to move, like days away. You don't do it a month ahead of time or 2 weeks ahead of time. That's one of the last things you do, because, you know, you need your food. So why clean out the fridge now unless you're getting ready to go now and it's going to happen real soon? All right, what else we got here? Book Lady says once a month. She's never changed her lint trap before. You do it every load. Yeah, I do that. I mean, everybody knows to do that. You do your laundry. Before you do the laundry, you check the lint trap, make it cleaned out. When your laundry's done, you clean out the lint trap. That's just how it is. But so Perfectly Imperfect says, so apparently Foodie was today years old when she learned about cleaning out the lint trap. I'm sorry, the lint from the lint trap. She's 40. Just when you think Shmi didn't fail her enough as a mom, she says this. So let's watch the clip from Perfectly Imperfect and Book Lady.
Did you know that your washer and dryer have these like filter things you have to clean like once a month? Clean those out.
And another thing, what I want to add to that, if she's cleaning out the lint trap once a month, that kind of gives you an idea that she really doesn't wash her clothes that much. Because if you're cleaning out the lint trap once a month, it doesn't really point in the direction of a lot of laundry being done. And given the fact that she's only got a handful of abayas and hijabs, I would think you need to do the laundry much more often, because she does get hot easily. She sweats a lot. The clothes need to be cleaned more frequently if she has less of them. But if you're cleaning out the lint trap once a month, Foodie, that means you're not doing the clothes the way you should. Ew. Ew. Wonder Mom says, high carb, high fats, high sodium garbage food. Yes, Foodie is on a health journey and listening to the doctor. Not. She's not on a health journey. This whole thing with the diabetes and going to the doctor and then coming on camera saying, yes, I'm 535 pounds. She might have planned that out from the very jump. Just trying to find something for content, because for some reason, Salah does not want her to rage over in Kuwait. He refuses to let her rage. You know, she wants to, she really, really wants to get those extra views and extra money, but Salah is shutting her down and saying, do whatever it is you want to do, but you cannot rage. If she comes back to Canada, we might get a proper rage, but until then, no. So she's got to find other stupid ways trying to get those views up. Perfectly Imperfect says, tell us again, Foodie, that you don't read Twitter. And it's not just Metamucil, it's actually a patented formula. So let's watch the clip.
And it's not just Metamucil, it's an actually patented formula. So it's their own formula.
Yeah, but you know what? Even if that's true, even if that is true, the product that you're taking that you're paying way too much money for, it works in the same way that Metamucil does. And there's a lot of products already on the market that, like, psilocybin. They're like, it basically just fills up your stomach. I know because I had an ex that used to take this stuff, because he was, going to the gym and trying to get healthy and trying to cut down on eating sweets. But it's fiber. It makes your stomach feel full, and it fools your stomach into thinking it's full, so you eat less. But you're paying a lot of money for something that you can go on Amazon and find it for a lot cheaper. But it's, same idea, same principle. This is something interesting. Y'all check this out from Seasons, and thank you for posting this, Seasons. Foodie Beauty says she bought slimming filters on Temu and put the around. All I found was these. Maybe someone else can do better, but I do almost feel she wears these in black. I don't know for sure. Only Foodie would know. But I think she's using something to, like to do that contour on her face on top of the contour filters on her phone. So these things, I don't know what company this is, but you got the Ice Silk Facial Slimming Band. Okay, this looks like something that Foodie could wear or maybe does wear. If she got one in black, that could match her hijab. And she just can hide it that way. But Foodie would wear something like this. Absolutely. Just to make herself seem smaller than what she actually is. Followed up by Libra, is it Liaise? As her Foodie Beauty saying she only uses the slight filters. This is with a Samsung Galaxy S23, and the face slimmer is wild. Tell us again, girl, how you use the slight filters. So I guess they did it on their own face. And you can see the filters working right here. And can I just say, like, I used to have some of the beauty apps on my phone. I was just playing around with them. I've never really used them for pictures, but just seeing what they could do. And a lot of those apps, you pay a small monthly fee to use the apps. And one of the things they include in with the app use is contour filters. And you can go from having a round face to a diamond face with those apps. So if Foodie is using like a slimming band on her face, plus the hijab, plus something like this, yeah, it takes a lot of the roundness off your face. Now, this is something really cool from Darth Mandalore. Look at this table. I need this table in my life. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. What a creative idea. Okay, this is from Rianne Pink Fox. How Chantal thinks she's going to look when she arrives in Canada after using Unicity for 1 week. Well, it's going to take more than a week for her to look like that, if she does look like that. You don't have to be that small to be healthy or in shape, but this is how she wants to look. But it's going to take a while. If she's going to get there, it's going to take at least a few years. I mean, she's 5 feet tall. She's over 500 pounds. She told us that. She said 535. I actually think it's more. But at her current height, at 5 feet, her BMI should be in the 110, 115 pound range. And if she's 535, that means she's hundreds and hundreds of pounds overweight. Now, let's just break this down for a minute. If 100 pounds is an amount that she could lose safely per year, to get down into, say, the 200s, Foodie would have to spend the next 3+ years just eating healthy, no going crazy with the food, just being careful about herself. It would take her at least 3 years to get down the 200s. 3 solid years of hard work and commitment, going to therapy, going to inpatient or outpatient. That's a tall mountain for her to climb, and she's not ready to climb it. She's not committed to good health. All right, so that's it for that. Let's just get out of there and go straight to the video, because like I said, I love this video because she tells on herself. That's what we love about Foodie around here. She lies, but she tells on herself. And I'm all about Foodie telling on herself. So let's get to, shall we?
Someone here is still sleeping. I don't want to wake them up. That's my cat playing with her mousey mouse. Anyways, she's not the only one with energy today. I actually woke up with some energy and started doing chores right away, tidying up the spare room, sweeping, and doing some dishes. And now I'm going to start my day with this Unimate. And I'm going to then have the balance, and then I'm going to have something to eat. So let's get the day started. All right, I'm getting ready to make my first meal of the day. These products do well with intermittent fasting. That's why they give you 2 packets of the balance per day. So one before your first meal, which should be...
I don't recommend anybody getting these products. First of all, because it's an MLM and they're a scam company. Secondly, because nobody knows what's in that stuff. It's not been tested. So who knows what it could do to you. I don't recommend anybody getting this. You know, if you're looking to improve your health, always consult a doctor or a physician. Get yourself checked out if you plan on doing anything major to improve your health. Listen to people that know what they're talking about. Do not listen to this YouTuber who obviously does not have any idea what she's talking about. You know, she's not promoting these products to help other people get healthy. She's promoting them because she gets a commission.
Lunch and then another before your dinner. So, yes, I will be drinking this, and then I will wait 15 minutes and have my...
You know what, Foodie? Why don't you impress us by drinking it now? According to you, that drink helps you to eat less. So you're showing off the drink, but you're not drinking it in front of us, showing us that you are trying to stop yourself from overeating. You're just showing it off. You could have easily just made that for the video and then cut scene, you don't really drink it. You're just doing like a product promotion type of thing to sell it, but you're not going to actually consume it.
My lunch, and I'll show you what I have. All right, time to have this magnificent...
Okay, you know what? I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it. Does anybody believe that Foodie or Fraudy actually made a small portion of spaghetti? Where's the rest of it, girl? Is it in the kitchen? You just put it all pretty on a plate? Does anybody believe that she made a very small portion of spaghetti and that was all? Because I don't. I believe there's a whole big pot of spaghetti back in the kitchen, and she'll have that later when the camera's turned off.
First meal. Now this pasta is whole grain. It's very brown. I don't usually like whole wheat pasta, but the doctor said that to not eat bad carbs like white carbs and stuff like that, but whole grains, whole wheats, in moderation.
Ma'am, wasn't it just the other day you were eating that burrito bowl? Bad carbs. So the doctor told you to eat good, healthy carbs. I don't think he would have approved of the burrito bowl.
Can be eaten every day. Also, the balance formula really will help with slowing down the absorption of glucose into the bloodstream. That's why...
So is that why you're taking these products? Honestly, is that why you're taking these products? It's not about all of your health and improving all of your overall health. It's about you're trying to find a way to keep this going. Like you're trying to use these any kind of health products to manipulate your own body and your own system so that you can consume more sweets and you can consume more carbohydrates and get away with it. Like taking the health products, taking the medication to keep your blood sugar from spiking up to dangerous levels so that you can eat the junk food and your body won't freak out. Is that what this is about? Girl, you need inpatient so bad.
I drink it before my meal and I wait 15 minutes, reducing the impact of the carbohydrates. And I'm having some air...
No, I'm just going to say it, like the way she's talking about these products and eating the fast food and talking about the spikes in blood sugar, it sounds like somebody who knows that they have a severe issue, that they have an addiction, and they're just trying to prevent getting too high to the point where it becomes lethal. You know, like, I'm going to take this medication and I'm going to take these health products, and this will regulate my blood sugar, because without them it might spike up too high. Like, she's still going back to the fast food. She's still including the fast food. She doesn't want this food addiction to stop. She wants to find a way to continue it. She's keeping it in. Uh, she built her channel on eating the fast food and attracting people that supported that. Now, I know there's a lot of beezers that they just want to talk to her. They're sub to her and they like her content and they like her personality, blah, blah, blah. I get that. There's a lot of people that like Foodie, and they've said to her many times, look, just come on camera and take care of yourself. We're here for you. We're not here to see the food and you. We're here for you. But still, she's insisting on catering to people in her audience that want her to eat as much as possible for their own fetish. You know, like, food is her content. And it could be any food. It could be all food. But, you know, like, her weakness is fast food. And as long as she gets on camera and she eats the fast food, you know what that tells me? That tells me she's not hit that point where she's ready to change her life. Because someone in her condition, with all of her ongoing health conditions, with all of her health problems, she needs a lifestyle change. It's not just about switching out fast food for healthy food. To change her life around, she's going to need a complete lifestyle change that she commits to. Not for a day, not for a week, forever. If she doesn't, the Grim Reaper is going to be seeing her real soon.
Or fried broccoli with a tiny bit of soy sauce, and I just mixed the pasta with some olive oil and some arrabbiata sauce and a little bit of parm, not the mountain that I.
And what is this low BMI voice you're describing this meal? She's doing that sexy time voice. Look at the pasta on the plate with this broccoli. Isn't it lovely? Girl, stop. You're describing spaghetti and broccoli. You don't need a sexy time voice for that.
I usually eat. So, yeah. Bismillah. I'm going to eat this and then continue my housework for today. Yay!
And another thing. And another thing. Knowing how Foodie eats, she eats to the point where she just does not want to move. Anybody believe that after a big meal, her being all bloaty and stuff, that she's going to do housework? Nope. Nope.
My new CPAP mask arrived. You're supposed to replace these every 6 months, so I'm waiting.
Okay. Good for you. You got a new CPAP mask. But why is it in a size small? Foodie, you got a ginormous head. And your current CPAP mask is way too small for your face. That's why you've got the lines across your face when you come on camera. You need like an extra large. And so you got a new mask. Did you clean the machine? Did you sanitize it thoroughly? Because the last time we saw that sucker, it was filthy. It was disgusting. It shouldn't have looked like that. You do realize, of course, that when you have a dirty CPAP machine, if it gets dirt or mold in it, that's what you're breathing in. And that can lead to a lot of issues, a lot of dangerous issues. So while you're in the business of getting a new mask, you might want to clean out the machine as well.
Way overdue. It's been a little over 6 months anyway. So, yeah, they do have a shop here for that. And I use the F30 small for my CPAP machine. So, yeah, sleep well with the new mask. All right, there you go. Brand new F30 mask.
That looks way too small for her head.
Baby girl, what are you doing on your new cushion? What are you doing?
Yeah, that's a question that everybody's been asking. And I'm curious too. So you're going back to Canada at some point. Who's going to take care of Julia? So you got her a new bed, but where is she headed to? You gave her a home. You got her used to being in a home. She was more than likely probably a street cat. What's going to happen to Julia? You're not going to take her with you. That's obvious. What's going to happen to that poor baby?
With your fishy fish, princess.
Hi, guys. Hi. Sorry. I'm happy to see you guys, but I'm tired of the internet right now. No, I shouldn't probably be eating this, but I'm gonna anyways. Story of my life.
You know, if you want to eat something that you're not supposed to eat, why not just eat it off camera? Why not? Why not eat it off camera, foodie? You get on camera and you eat things you're not supposed to eat a lot. And then when people remark about you eating things you're not supposed to eat, because before that, you tell everybody all about your health issues and how sick you are and how unhealthy you are. And then your subs go back to you and saying, why are you eating that? You came to us and complained and griped and moaned about how sick you are. And here you are eating. You get blow up at everybody. You get mad. I'll do what I want. Okay, do what you want off camera. Why do you come on camera and the first thing you start out with, I know I shouldn't be eating this, but yeah, you shouldn't be eating that. You flip-flop. 1 minute you're coming on camera promoting these healthcare products and I have so much energy. The next minute you're coming on and eating fast food. Girl, stop swerving all over the road. Pick a lane. For real.
I'm having soba and I'm having beef because I haven't had beef since the doctor told me not to, and I'm like, whatever, I'm rebelling today because...
She rebels every day. You know, anybody on Chantal's side of the fence, y'all will wake up one day, because eventually it happens. A lot of people that used to be Chantal's VIPs, they're gone now because they could not deal with the stress of Chantal. They couldn't deal with the lies and manipulation and her little rage fits and just the constant flip-flopping. Chantal's channel would be well over 100K by now if she didn't treat her VIPs like crap and if she was just consistent with who she was and her content, but she never has been. She starts out the video saying, I know I shouldn't have this, and my doctor told me not to have this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Anyone that believes in Chantal and you've got hope for her and you're cheering for her and you're like, go Chantal, go. You can do it. You can be healthy. Well, she could if she cared, but she doesn't. And it's moments like this that prove it. Someone who with non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, an enlarged fatty liver that's 3 to 4 times the size of normal. And by the way, that came out of her mouth. She told us long ago that her liver was 3 times the size of normal, and that was a while ago. There's no telling where it is now. She's had blood clots in her lungs. She's got an enlarged heart. She's got diabetes. She's got mobility issues. She's had a situation with her back recently. She said she had sciatica, which I don't believe that, Chantal, because I've had sciatica pain, and trust me, when you have it, you know you have it. You get a lightning bolt that just goes down from your hip down to your leg, and it'll take your breath away. It's excruciating, and I don't see you in any kind of pain right now. But she's had all these issues, y'all, all of them. And yet she's going to do what she wants, because at the end of the day, that's where it leads to. No matter what you tell her, she's going to do what she wants. And what she wants to do is things that she doesn't need to do or she shouldn't be doing. So anybody hoping for Chantal to get better, you can keep hoping, but it's never going to happen. She's on her path and she doesn't want to make a new path. And that's just how it is.
You know, I'm hungry for it. So, to be fair, I did the most exercise I ever did in a long time. No, I'm trying to. So these are like beef soba noodles or something like that. I'm eating dinner. I'm trying to like do a massive clean and organization before I head to Canada because like I need to leave the house in like a state where I feel comfortable leaving. So, and Salah's a grown adult and he's like, don't worry about it. You know, when you come back, you'll see this house transformed. Don't worry about it. No, I need to worry about it. Let me have a bite.
Listen, you're not going back. You're not going back. If you're coming back to Canada to, in your words, take advantage of Canadian healthcare, which I think is disgusting. That whole attitude of taking advantage of something, I don't like it. But if you're going to take advantage of the healthcare, you're going to be there a while. It's going to take more than a few months or even a year to get your health together, given the state that you're in. It's not going to be a quick fix. It's not going to be over and done within a month. And if you're doing that deep clean that you're talking about, you're moving out soon. Because as I said, nobody cleans out their fridge until they're about ready to go, like within a week or a few days. As I said, that's the last thing you do. You'll put everything in boxes, you'll get everything organized, but cleaning out the fridge is one of the last things you do. And besides, what exactly have you got to clean out with the fridge? You eat almost exclusively fast food. So what could be in the fridge that needs a deep cleaning for that area? Not much, I would imagine.
These baby bite.
And she eats fast food and juice boxes and bottles of juice. I mean, how long does that take to clean out a fridge if you're just eating all that?
Not too salty. I love cabbage. But just washing everything, I'm glad I'm taking the Unimate. Honestly, it's working with energy levels. I don't nap anymore. I used to sleep a lot and take naps. Like I couldn't function without taking naps. You know, at one point, even Salah was like, "You're gonna sleep again?"
Yeah, because a while ago, you both confessed that you sleep between 10 to 12 hours a day. That you were sleeping just that long. Like, and that is your schedule, I guess. Like sleep all day, be up all night. While you're up at night, while he's asleep or while he's away, you're hitting the pantry, you're hitting the fridge because you sneak eat. So now you're about ready to move and you can't do that. You got to get everything prepared. Apologies for you guys having to watch her eat or the eating sounds. I'm so sorry. Not my favorite thing in the world. Really hate it, but we have to endure it together.
And I noticed that. Like, I don't need to take naps. I actually, like, my oven needed to be cleaned. I was baking something and it all spilled over when I made my pot pie. So
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude here, but I just can't see Chantal cleaning out an oven. I've cleaned out an oven before. That requires a lot of bending over, bending forward. And we know she has trouble doing that. So how in the world is she going to clean out an oven?
I clean the oven, the elements. I hate cleaning those great things inside.
You don't have that much energy. Why are you trying to sound like a busy housewife? We know you can't even do half of that. You don't have the stamina. You run out of breath and you get red in the face and you're sweating just walking across the room. Here you are talking about things that would just wear you out. Just one of those things will wear you out. But we're supposed to believe that you did all these things. You get them all accomplished just because of some product. Now, I don't believe that.
The oven, the fridge, the freezer, the air fryer, the microwave. Did you know that your washer and dryer have these like filter things you have to clean?
Yeah, we've been knowing about that. You're a little late to the party, Chantal.
Like once a month. Cleaned those out.
No, not once a month, not once a week, every time you do laundry. Idiot.
I'm still, I have some time. I'm starting now because I don't want to be stuck with it last minute like I was in Canada. I'm so afraid of being like I was in Canada, ill-prepared, messy. My life was a mess. My home was a mess. I'm so afraid of becoming like that.
Oh, you know what? We're going to stop right here because I want to show you guys something. And this is courtesy of the channel Queen of WTF. Like I run around all over YouTube, and if I find things that I might include in a reaction or I want to react to, I put them all into my little playlist. And I ran across this from Queen of WTF. This was posted a year ago, and her video is titled Foodie Beauty, Disgusting Living Conditions Don't Seem to Bother Her, but It's Not Fair to the Cats. Y'all want to see? We're going to see. We are going to see. Yes, we are. We're going to go there just because it makes Foodie mad. Hold on a minute. Let me just switch over. I'm just going to show you guys a clip. We're not going to watch the whole doggone thing, but this was Chantal back in Canada. This was her. This is the conditions that she lived in. Hold on a minute. Oh, oops. Man, I keep flipping back and forth. This was her back in Canada when she was doing the edibles. Okay. Look at the mess behind her. Her entire bedroom floor was littered with trash, with boxes. Look behind her. Look. We're going to blow that up. Pictures don't lie, and video doesn't lie either. She had empty boxes stacked from floor to ceiling in that closet, and that's nothing but trash. Those boxes are not filled with clothing or any other personal items. Those are just empty boxes that she refused to throw away. But even worse, where the trash around her, the trash behind her. Let's watch.
Let's just see what I look like with the wig. This is the wig I had on the floor closest to me. Omegle? No. Plenty of Fish is better, but I don't know how to do that roulette thing. You want me to Omegle these? I'll just be like, how old are you? And if they're young, I'm just going to...
Yeah, that's another thing. For those of you that are new VIBs, you do not know. So Chantal got a major trouble a while ago. Feel free to do some research or homework if you don't believe me, but I have no reason to lie to you at all. But a while ago, she got in trouble for going on a site called Omegle. And Omegle is mainly for young people. So she went on Omegle, and keep in mind, she is a 39-year-old woman. She's not a teenager. She is in her late 30s. She went on Omegle, and she was talking to very, very, very young men dressed like that, dressed in her lingerie. She went on Omegle dressed in her lingerie. And one young man flashed his private area. He whipped it out. And, it gave her a shock. But then after she turned it off, she was actually talking about the young man and his private parts. It was rather disgusting. Yeah. So that's what they mean when they're talking about Omegle.
You guys won't be able to see it. What terms of service would I be breaking doing that if you guys cannot see anything? You guys are seriously...
And she got the idea to go on Omegle because there was somebody else on YouTube that was going on Omegle and talking to people, a woman. But the way she did it was the people that she talked to, she got their consent and their permission. And what she filmed, she edited so that nothing explicit was shown. Chantal didn't do that. She did the Omegle thing live. She didn't make the recorded video, a recorded video. She did it live, but copying somebody else's content idea. You know, she's always looking around and trying to borrow what off other people do.
Okay, I am despicable, okay?
You are.
Since when do you care about breaking terms of service? Since I lost my channel once. I want to go and try out for Canadian Idol. I think I want to impersonate Madonna. Like when
Oh no, not Madonna.
I was a kid, what I freaking grew up doing. You guys said I can impersonate people. Do you think that looks good for fall? No, the red is not right, huh? Smoking on YouTube against the frooms? Y'all.
And I also want to point out once again, these filthy living conditions. It wasn't just her living this way. It was the cats. It was upstairs. It was downstairs. It was the litter boxes. It didn't get changed for 3 months. The poor cats were pooping and peeing on the carpet, in boxes, anywhere they could, just because their boxes weren't clean. This was the filth that she was living in. And the reason why I'm bringing up this video is that later on in the What I Ate Today video, she talks about being a hoarder. She's trying to claim that she was a hoarder. Well, as I understand it, hoarding, there might be emotional or mental issues going on that cause the hoarding. So I don't classify Fraudy as a hoarder. It was just her being a filthy, disgusting beast and being proud of it. When people in her own chat are saying, you need to clean your house, she purposely kept it dirty just because it got her attention. She enjoyed living in that filth, but she was never a true hoarder. But I want to show this to y'all.
I don't monetize
my
videos when I smoke. I do want to apologize for the state of my living conditions right now. I'm just waiting on my food, but after I eat, I'm going to bed. So he's not married. Like, he's not in.
Okay, we just want to see that. I'm going to leave a link for the entire video in the video description for anybody who wants to watch this, VIB or not. If you want to watch this and just see for yourself, you can. But we're going to get out of here and go back to her original video, okay? But that's what Fraudy was living in. That's how she was living. She could have hired a housekeeper. People were urging her to get a housekeeper. She said, oh, I'm so embarrassed. I don't want people to see how I live. And yet she was broadcasting it every night for hours. So you don't want people coming into your home and seeing it, but letting thousands of people on YouTube see it is perfectly fine. You weirdo. Well, we're going to go back over here and continue this video. All right, let's do this.
Again, because I didn't like being like that. People think that
yes, you did. Yes, you did. You loved it.
People have messy homes or hoard or become hoarders because they love living in filth. No.
There have been different TV shows showing hoarded homes, showing hoarders. And yeah, from the outside, it looks like it's just all about that person having a bunch of stuff around, like immense amounts of stuff. But watching shows like that, I've come to know that a lot of it is, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of hoarding has to do with emotional issues and mental issues, and just, I don't know. It's just, it's a condition. It's just, there's a lot of things going on. She didn't have all that going on. What was going on with Chantal at that time was she was wrapped around a crackhead. She was doing party favors. She was making money on YouTube, streaming 6 to 10 hours a day. So wrapped up with YouTube, she couldn't take care of anything in her personal life. Now she's trying to get people to feel sorry for the fact that she was a complete, total slob and a disgusting pig. She's trying to frame it as, I didn't like living that way. Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did. And what's even more embarrassing, Chantal, is when your room got cleaned, it wasn't by you. Your mother came and cleaned your room. Remember that? Remember that. You, as an almost 40-year-old woman with no shame, you called upon your mom to clean up your house and clean up your room. And your mom agreed. I can't believe that Shmi actually agreed to that crap. She should have hung up the phone and told you to clean it yourself. But she came over and cleaned up all of your disgusting filth. See, that's part of the problem with you. You're too entitled and too enabled. Too many people around you saying yes to what you want, not enough people saying no. And because of that, parts of you never grew up.
I was barely able to function, so
Oh, you were functioning just fine, as I remember. You were sitting in that room streaming, but if you weren't doing that, you were running your butt all the way to Gatineau or Montreal to see Natter. So, Miss, I wasn't able to function. You functioned just fine driving to those locations. You were functioning just fine driving to the outhouse. You were functioning just fine going to the dispensary and the fast food joints. Don't try to frame this as you were severely depressed and you couldn't do anything. There are lots of people in the world, Chantal, that suffer with depression or other phobias or issues that it's so debilitating they can't even leave the house. They have social fears. That was not you. Your depression was selective. You used depression and other emotions for attention. But on a moment's whim, it could change.
this is so good. I don't know. The beef is really tender. I'm afraid to get beef with like Asian food because, especially like Chinese food takeaway, it's like usually chewy. Like I love beef and broccoli, but it has to be tender.
Then make your own doggone food. You got a stove, you got pots and pans. If you don't like takeaway food and you think it's too tough, make your own food. You should anyway.
Not like rubber. And I didn't get any sides with it because I had the balance, the Unicity Balance fiber drink before eating this. But yeah, the energy is crazy.
So where's the backup meal? We know that ain't it. Where's the other one? Is it in the kitchen? Knowing you'll probably look for a place where you can get 2 meals for the price of one because you're always looking for deals on food just so you can get more food. So where's the backup meal?
And I don't feel my heart race. I don't feel like on, that like you would get when you're drinking an espresso. It's just like a subtle energy. And I'm up. I did all the floors. I did a lot of cleaning, and it was.
You did not do the floors. I can't see Chantal mopping floors and doing floors. I just can't. I'm not being mean saying that. She doesn't have any stamina. She can't be on her feet for long periods of time. She can't bend over. Walking across the room takes her out of breath. Sitting still takes her out of breath. So how's she doing housework and exerting all that energy? She's not.
For someone like me, it was a lot of housework. If you look it up, rigorous housework is good exercise. I cleaned my floors 3 times, especially the kitchen.
I don't know where Chantal is going to end up when she comes back to Canada. There's a high chance that she might try to contact her mother and say, I have nowhere to go. Can I move in with you? And mom might say yes because she's weak when it comes to Chantal. She might give in to her just feeling sorry for her, even though that would be a mistake. But all of this enthusiasm for housework and laundry, I wonder if she's going to keep it up when she comes back to Canada. Methinks not.
I pour boiled hot water with vinegar all over the floor. Then I take this like stick thing that I have a drain in my kitchen floor. I love it. Then I fill the mop bucket with Dettol and dish soap, mop it. Then I put like hot boiling water all over.
One moment, y'all. Okay, let's continue. Let's move forward.
The floor, and I rinse it, So, yeah. Like I said, I'm just paranoid at this point to become like my old self when it comes to a clean home. That was not a very mentally healthy spot in my life, and it traumatized me a bit.
Wait, what? That traumatized you? In what way? Basically, you're saying you traumatized yourself. How is that possible? You traumatized yourself. Although, with the money that you were making at that time, if you wanted to be lazy, you could have done lazy right, Chantal. I mean, if you wanted healthy food, you could have paid someone to deliver meals to you or make meals for you right there in your own house. If you didn't want to clean, you could have hired maids to do all the work for you. I mean, that's the way you do lazy the right way. If there are things that you don't want to do or you can't do, there are plenty of people out there looking for work that would have done them for you if you paid them. And you could have had good, healthy food. You could have had a nice, clean home. You could have had well taken care of pets without even lifting a finger. But you didn't.
Like, kind of like when people get weight loss surgery and they lose a bunch of weight and they actually become the opposite. They actually develop anorexia or some kind of eating disorder, the opposite of obesity. They become underweight because they're so afraid to put weight back on.
Yeah, but you've got the opposite problem right now. You have BED and you're super morbidly obese. Surgery just changes the size of your stomach, but it can't fix the issue that's in your head, which is what's fueling the BED. You let that monster get completely out of control, and no amount of physical surgery is going to fix the emotional or mental monster that's raging inside of you.
I'm like that with cleaning right now. I used to just like semi-hoard. I would hoard stuff. I could say I was like a hoarder.
Nope, 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 nope. Lies, no, no. Hoarding, it can be trash, true. But a lot of hoarders, when they're hoarding certain kinds of items, you know? Like there's a method to the madness. She wasn't hoarding anything. She was just a nasty, disgusting person who didn't want to pick up after herself. And she would purposely leave her house disgusting on purpose just to get people talking. And on that note, something that might interest y'all. Look, there is a fetish for everything in this world. Things that you wouldn't even think of could be somebody else's interest or like or fetish. And believe it or not, there are people out there who have a fetish for other people who live sloppy and dirty. Now, I've said long ago that I feel that Chantal, her channel, in the past, when she was in her filthy, sloppy, disgusting lifestyle back in the Natter area, I felt like she was trying to cater not just to the food fetish people, but other different fetish groups as well. And there is that fetish group that the sloppier you are, the dirtier you are, the more they like it. And they will pay big money just to see that or hear about it or know about it. Like she really tried to gather in different fetish groups on her channel to pay her either on YouTube or off YouTube just to get more money in pocket. So part of that sloppiness, part of that disgusting filth could be just that's how she normally is. But there's also the possibility that different things she was doing, different things she was talking about, it was all about attracting people that had a fetish and they had money to herself and her channel. Essentially, she was doing content on her channel that really should belong on an adult site where those who want to see it can see it and view it in private. It doesn't belong on YouTube.
I love having dinner and just talking. I have no friends. No.
Well, that's not a lie. You don't have any friends. You really, really don't. And who would want to be friends with you? Look how you treat your friends. Look how you treated Pete. You've known him since high school. Look at the way you treated him. You put him into debt, not once but twice. You obliterated his life. You broke his heart. You cheated on him. And that's supposed to be your BFF. Look at the way you treated Shannon. Look at the way you treated anybody that you called a friend. You use the people you call your friends, which proves that you're not a real friend to anyone. It's not about friendship with you. It's about you finding people to be around you that can serve you and that you can use. That's not a friend.
So I'm getting ready to go to Canada, and I'm going to clean my home.
But you just sat there and said you cleaned it. So which is it? You cleaned it or you are going to clean it?
Organize things.
By the way, their place is really tiny. It's like a 1-bedroom with a guest room, and there's just 2 people there. How long does it take to clean that house? I would think not long. I've cleaned bigger places in less time.
I'm not saying exactly when I'm going.
Well, you don't have to because you told on yourself earlier. You said, I'm cleaning out my fridge. You don't do that till you're about ready to move. We're talking just a few days away. And you love your food, Chantal. Why would you clean out your fridge this early? Unless you are almost ready to go.
But, you know, I'm sure you guys can imagine in the near future, I wouldn't have announced it. But there's a lot of healthcare I need to get. One thing in particular is hormone replacement therapy. I used to be on.
You know, I know that Canada has great health care, and they have a healthcare system where they offer help to people who need help. And if you're someone and you need help, if the help is offered and you're in need of it, take it. There's no shame and there's no embarrassment in doing it. But I hope that Canada doesn't help her with her health care. For the simple reason that she's an adult and she needs to grow up and realize there are consequences for her actions. She got herself into this mess. She needs to learn to get herself out. She doesn't need anyone or anything rescuing her, because the more people rescue her, the more she thinks, oh, I could just continue just to hurt myself and somebody else will foot the bill. You're making that YouTube money, Chantal. You don't need to take advantage of the healthcare system. You could pay your own doggone bills. That healthcare system is for those who aren't making as much as you. That they honestly need the help. They need the assistance. You don't. So you're going to go back to Canada and take advantage of that healthcare system. At the same time that you do, you're going to be running around to the dispensary, to Burger King, to McDonald's, and making yourself worse. So essentially, you're going to be a burden onto the healthcare system. And in the end, it's not going to help you anyway.
Estradiol patch. I'm going to stop taking it. And I need to get my bone density, because when you go through menopause at a young age, it can affect your bone density. So they wanted me to have a scan before, and I just never went, because that was another part of like not taking care of myself, was I would not go to my appointments. Another thing I want to touch on, I did make a community post, but I see a lot of people saying that Unicity is an MLM.
It is.
Multi-level marketing.
Right.
Not all MLMs are scams.
But this one is. Apparently it is, because Linktree looked at the link and said, we're going to terminate this account because you're violating our terms of service. So if it's not an MLM, If it's not a scam company, why did they do that? They must have been an MLM because you guys got canceled over that.
I don't know if there are any, maybe. But this is, I literally didn't have to invest any money to be scammed on.
You're so stupid. Chantal, you are so stupid. Stupid. Idiot. Chantal. What is wrong with you? You went to a seminar. I'm sure that seminar wasn't free. I'm sure you had to pay money for that seminar. So those people made money off of you and Salah attending that seminar. And then after the seminar, you bought hundreds of dollars in products. So they made money off that too. So it is a scam. It is a scam. They made money off of you on the seminar, buying the products that are way overpriced, that are not proven, that might be dangerous to people. So they already made their money off of you. And then they pumped you up and said, oh, you guys can make money off of this. Although there's no guarantee, but still you're spending money on products that are really not going to help you, especially you with having a BED, and vitamins and supplements are not going to fix that. And like, oh, just recruit people and put them in your downline. And if you give me your affiliate link, you get a commission. It's a scam. It's a scam. Total scam.
These are like reputable. If you're buying good products that have a good reputation, like these products are in the physician's desk, physician's reference.
You Googled that, didn't you?
Desk. You can look it all up. It's easy to Google. But when you're Googling information, please get it right, because people were like, you know that Unicity supports Israel. No. If you click that link where it says we support Israel, it's a company called Unicity Healthcare. It's a geriatric healthcare company. It's not the same Unicity.
You know, she's telling on herself again. So obviously she's on Twitter and she's looking at all the tweets that people are putting out, which, by the way, Chantal, about that, can we talk? So I looked at your Twitter Foodie Beauty account. That account's been suspended. And I did some further digging. And the Beezer Show Twitter account, there's a very interesting picture there, which I can't show any of you because it's too adult. It's an old picture of you promoting your OnlyFans. You with the bald head, and you were lifting up your shirt and showing your tatas. That's still on the account for anyone to see. You're supposed to be a newly reverted Muslim woman. I would think stuff like that you'd want immediately off your account, but that account is still up. It's still there. Don't know if you use the Beezer Show, but it's still there. With that picture where you're just saying, ta-da! Look at my boobs. Look at my body. So, Miss, I am converted to the Muslim faith. Why is that picture still up? Still advertising your OnlyFans. Isn't that considered a no-no? Yeah, I think so. You're on Twitter, girl. You probably got stock accounts on Twitter the way you do on YouTube, but I just found that interesting. Yeah, but the Beezer Show account is there, and there's that naughty, naughty, naughty picture. And you haven't removed it yet.
Excuse me. For me, I'm seeing benefits with the product already.
It hasn't been that long. You haven't been on those products for a week or 2 weeks or a month. You haven't been on them long enough to know if they really, really work, or what benefits they're going to have, or how they're going to help you lose weight. If you're taking the products and you're eating the fast food at the same time, you're not going to lose weight, Chantal, and you know this. You have to know this. Because you're not doing everything. You're not going all the way. You're not giving 100%. You're going halfway. And the little bit of good that maybe the products might do, you're canceling that out with all the carbs and all the noodles and all the pasta. Okay? You might as well just stop the products and save your money, because you're still indulging in your addiction. You're still trying to include that into your life. And to fix yourself, you need a complete lifestyle change. A change in attitude, a change in lifestyle, a change in the way you eat, the way you move, the way you think. You got to give therapy to all parts of you, your mind, your body. Both have to work together. Both have to be included. You're not doing that. You're not going to therapy. You're not doing the work. And because you're not doing the work, you're not going to get the rewards of work. You're just spinning your wheels over there. But if that's what you want to do, go for it. Because we know what it's going to lead to.
Especially with the energy levels and reduction.
So these products make you feel more alert. A cup of coffee would do the exact same thing. And coffee is cheap. So you have more energy. What are you doing with it? And does that help your overall health? No. It just means you're more awake and you're not sleeping for 12 hours a day. That's all that means.
Reduction in appetite. I didn't get any. Usually I would get a whole bunch of spring rolls and like a soup, but I just got this because I knew the balance would make me full before. And it's not just Metamucil. It's actually patented formula. So it's their own formula.
It doesn't matter. Principle is still the same. There's plenty of products out there to take that have fiber in them that make you feel full, to encourage you to eat less. It's the same principle. Why should anybody spend $100+ on something when they don't have to?
But it's, it is fiber drink. But it has other benefits. Nothing is wrong with an MLM as long as you're being honest. I didn't fully understand everything about the program on my first video, but
so you didn't understand everything about the company, yet you were promoting the company and its products. You're on YouTube and you're in front of an audience of people who watch your videos and watch your lives when you decide to do them. So it's your responsibility as a YouTuber, as a person, that before you start promoting anything and putting it in the public eye, to do your due diligence and research what it is you're putting in front of people. And especially if you're encouraging them to buy the products and consume the products, you really got to do your homework. So you're telling us right here, right now, you did not do your due diligence. Your main focus was to make that commission if people used your link. And you don't care about the repercussions of, what if those customers or those subscribers, they buy the products and something health-wise happens to them because they watched you, they believed in you, they trusted your word, and they bought these products and something medical happened. What's going to be your attitude? Well, it wasn't me. I didn't know, because that's how you operate. You like to do that wasn't me thing. If something bad happens, it wasn't me. I wasn't involved. My name wasn't linked to it. That's why no one should trust you. That's why I keep saying, anybody out there, if you have a medical issue of any kind, there's something wrong. If you're not feeling well, if you're not healthy, do not, under any circumstances, trust this woman. Look at her right now. She is 5 feet tall. She's over 500 pounds. She's got a severe issue with food. She's got a myriad of health problems that she is not treating properly. She went to a doctor. The doctor told her what she needed to do, gave her advice, and she's not following the advice. And she said so in the beginning. Why follow someone like this? They really are not concerned about health. She's a very sick person. So how can anyone who's looking to be healthy trust a sick person's word? You really can't. Go where the knowledge really is and get the help that you really need. But don't listen to her.
I corrected some of the misinformation, but didn't do it purposely to mislead people. But
Yes, you did. You did it to mislead people and to sell a bunch of products. Because I'm going to make a prediction, y'all, with this Unicity stuff. She put out her link, she gave it the push to put it in people's faces. What she's hoping for is at least some of the people on her channel will buy the products and buy into it, that she gets a certain amount in commissions, and then she's going to abandon it. The same way that she abandoned her OnlyHands account. Like, she made the OnlyHands account, encouraged people to sign up. Once she got a little bit of money, she just abandoned it. That also applied to her postcard club, remember? She made a whole postcard club, got people pumped up for that. People paid $10 a month for a postcard club, never got a single postcard. But she got the money. She sure did. She got paid. But not one single postcard sent to anyone. Likewise, her Twitch account. She's on Twitch. She was on Twitch for a little bit. She got to be Twitch partner. I don't know why they would do that, but they did. But she made Twitch partner. She encouraged people to sign up with memberships, and she hasn't been on Twitch in months. So see, there's a pattern of her setting things up, getting the money up front, promising content, promising a bunch of stuff to people, but then she never delivers. I don't know why anybody would trust this woman and give her any money when she's got a track record of skipping out on delivering what she promises. And this Unicity thing is going to be right in the same ballpark.
it's like having a business kind of, but without having to put any money into the logistics. You don't have to worry about shipping. You don't have to worry about patenting the product, paying for the packaging. You don't have to do anything. The product's there. If it's a product you enjoy, it's
even better for her. She doesn't have to be involved in anything physical. All she does is get like the money for promoting it. It's right up her alley.
Easy to promote.
Right. You get money for nothing except making a video, which you've monetized. So you're going to make money off of that. And then you're promoting a link and make money off of that. So you're all about that making money. You're all about that making money and ripping people off. And you don't have to deliver because nobody holds you accountable for that. The fact that you lie and you promise things, but you don't deliver on things.
I really enjoy it.
You enjoy making money, ripping people off.
So it's easy for me. But we'll see. I mean, if it turns out that it does nothing for me, of course I won't promote it anymore. But so far, the energy I had to do.
Even if she had the best patented, proven healthcare products in front of her right this moment, right now, even if she had something world class to help her, that a lot of people have used and it worked for them, it's not going to work for her. Just because she's insisting on the fast food being a part of it. So she's not breaking through the patterns and the bad behavior. She's still continuing. She's even using the health products as a way to keep going. She's using the fast food by itself. That's a fast track to the hospital room or the morgue. So trying to use the healthcare products to delay that from happening faster. But what can any pills or shakes or smoothies do in a situation like this with somebody who insists on eating carbs and sodium and all that stuff? But like whatever healthy stuff you put in is fighting against that which is unhealthy. No battle's going to be won here. It's going to be lost.
A lot of the cleaning I had to do today, usually it's like pulling teeth for me to get energy to do it. Even now, it's like, I was up pretty early too. doing all this.
Maybe it has less to do with the health care products that you're up early, and more to do with the fact that you might be on your way home soon. Like you are preparing to be on your way home. That might be the case, y'all. I mean, she's cleaning out her fridge this early. That might be the case.
So yeah, I wasn't cooking today. Are you guys like that? After I clean my kitchen fully, I don't want to cook in it. It pains me to make it dirty again. All right, guys. Thanks for watching this video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Get out of here. Go away, Chantal. Okay, I'm going to refresh. Hey, shut up, Chantal. Shut up. I'm done with you. We're just going to the comments and seeing what's here. Diane Bombara says, you have not been honest with us. So how do we know you didn't order any other food? You admitted to lying to us. Trust is a big thing. Once it is broke, you cannot get it back. People will not believe in you again. Yep. Once the trust is broken, how do you get it back? The only way that I could think of, if it's possible to get it back, is to prove, A, that you have remorse and regret about what you said and what you did, and B, show that you're a changed person. And Chantal does not feel remorse or regret for anything she says or she does. The remorse and the regret is not in her heart. It's just words that come out of her mouth. And if she's on here eating the fast food, I mean, you guys can see it for yourself. I think she ordered more food. And for those people that are VIBs that are thinking like Diane, it's like, so my big question to all of you is, you see what this is. You see that she's a liar. You see that she's ruining her health. Why sub up to her? Because if you stay on that train, all you're going to be witness to is somebody destroying themselves willingly when they don't have to. And you're going to be tuning into her channel and constantly being stressed out and worried for her. And she wants that from you. You're never going to tune in and be able to relax and be happy and excited over her content. That's not the kind of content she does. She's not about taking care of herself. It's all about not taking care of herself. So if she's stressing you out too much, I mean, when it comes to stressful people, there's only one way to stop the stress, and that's to get away from it. So there's my thoughts on that. Let's see. All right, looking. Meg says, where will you be staying in Canada? With family or an apartment? Foodie says, I'll be keeping where I stay a secret, but it won't be with my mom. Ooh, so Smee said no. Smee said, you're not coming here. I'm not going to have my place doxxed. No, ma'am. So you're going to be coming back to Canada, right? And Smee is not taking you in? I will be keeping where I stay a secret. So I wonder, are you staying with Natter and Dee Dee? Because I can't think of any other place that she could crash at other than Natter's or going to a motel. She doesn't have the money nor the credit to get an Airbnb. Where could it be? And Pete can't take her in because he's in a little room in somebody else's house. Maureen says, Chantal, please don't be involved with that MLM. They are taking your money and you are giving them free marketing. Honey, if we're that simple, everyone would be cured of diabetes. When my doctor diagnosed me, he said, all I have to do is diet, exercise, and medication. I did what I was told, and 15 years later, I'm still a controlled diabetic. We want you to be healthy, Chantal. You can do it. Yeah, she was given advice. and medication. That's really all that she needs. It's just follow the advice, take your medication, cut down your portions, cut out the fast food, and things will start to improve. But she's promoting this MLM not because it's helping her to get healthy faster, but because she's getting a kickback with money. Okay, so that's it for this react. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, take care. And by the way, don't forget to check out Queen of WTF's video, which I will link in the description, just showing Chantal and all of her disgusting filth. Y'all take care and have a good one. Bye-bye.